Good afternoon, students. While continuing the chapter Company Accounts, chapter number 6, the topic forfeiture and reissue, let's do one more example and illustration that make you clear which type of question you find in the board exam. Yesterday we have discussed and done the full-fledged question related to forfeiture and reissue, but today we have to do the question related to forfeiture and reissue in parts. Sometimes you get the statement in parts and you have to pass the necessary journal entries for forfeiture and reissue of the share. Keep one thing in your mind that in case of forfeiture and reissue, entries are to be done. No need to do further entries related to any issue or due. See how to deal with this kind of statement. C Limited forfeited 800 share of 10 each issued at 30% premium to be held to be paid at the time of allotment for non-payment of first call and 2 rupees per share. The second and the final call 2 rupees has not been made called. Out of these 200 shares were reissued as 8 rupees paid up for 8 rupees per share. So what is to be considered in this statement? See carefully, 800 shares are forfeited. In the first sentence it is given 10 rupee each and it is issued at 30% premium. Premium is to be paid at the time of allotment and for non-payment of 2 rupees first call. The second and final call is rupees 2 has not been called. Out of these 200 shares were reissued as 8 rupees paid up for 8 rupees per share. So we have to pass the necessary entry of forfeiture first. Share capital account debit to share first call to share forfeiture account. 800 share has been forfeited. So the amount is to be shown 800 into 8, that is called up value. Because it is specifically mentioned in the question, I underline as well. You also underline in your books. Final call rupees 2 has not yet been made. And in this case, what is to be done? The entry is to be passed number of share forfeited multiplied by called up value. 8 rupees has been called up. So 800 into 8, it will become 6400. And in another case, in case of first call, that is not to be paid by the shareholder and received by the company, 800 into 2, that will be 1600. Then to share forfeiture, 800 into 6, whatever the amount received by the company, it is forfeited by the company and the amount will be 8 6 of 4800 rupees. Now the amount is to be reissued. It is reissued at 8 rupees per share, 8 rupee paid up capital. The bank account debit to share capital account 200 into 8. Now keep one thing in your mind that 800 shares are forfeited and 200 shares are reissued. What is to be done in that case? In this case, the amount of only those shares which are reissued is to be transferred to the capital reserve. The shares forfeiture amount whose shares are, which number of shares are not reissued, it is not transferred to the capital reserve. How it is calculated? With the help of this working note. Amount of forfeiture on 800 share, that is 4800. Amount on 1 share 4800 upon 800 and amount on 200 share, that is 1200. Now the 1200 amount of share forfeiture is to be transferred to capital reserve because there is no loss at the time of reissue on 200 share. In this way you have to transfer the amount. Let's see part B. D Limited forfeited 800 share of 10 each issued at 30% premium for the non-payment of allotment money of rupees 5 per share including premium. And the second and the final call 2 rupees has not yet been called. Out of these 200 shares were reissued and fully paid up for 11 per share. What the difference between the question A and B? In question A, the same 800 share has been issued 10 rupee each, premium is 30%. In that case also the allotment has been made along with premium and then first call of rupees 2 per share and final call has not yet been made. What is the difference? In that question, the shareholder has not paid the amount of first call, but in this question, the shareholder has not been paid the amount of first call as well as allotment. When the shareholder has not paid the amount of allotment, what is to be done? The security premium account will be debited as well. The entry will become share capital account debit, security premium account debit, to share allotment, to share first call, to share forfeiture account. So now you have to consider the amount here. In share capital 800 shares are there, 8 rupees called up. In security premium 800 into 3 rupees premium per share. In share allotment 800 shares into 5 rupees per share. In share first call the amount 800 into 2, and in share forfeiture whatever the amount is to be paid till date. And how much is the amount? The amount of application is to be paid till date. What is the amount of application? That is, if we deduct the amount, see how we calculate. If you look at the statement carefully, you find 5 rupees on allotment, 2 rupees on first call, 2 rupees on final call, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 2, it will become 9. It means application and premium is 3 rupees, 9 minus 3 is 6, and on application 4 rupees has been received. So 800 into 4 is to be transferred to share forfeiture account. 4 rupees on application has received by the company. Now bank account debit, share capital account debit to security premium reserve account. Whatever the amount reissued at rupees 11, and then it is calculated. Bank account debit 11 rupees per share on 200 shares. Then 200 into 10 is the basic value of share capital, and 2 rupees is to be sent on security premium reserve. After that, share forfeiture to capital reserve. Again 800 share has been reissued, and 800 share has been forfeited and 200 share has been forfeited. So amount for 200 shares has to be shown or transferred to capital reserve as it is shown in the working note. On 800 share the amount is 3200, on 200 share it is 3200 upon 800, and for the 200 share the net amount will become for forfeiture is 800. There is no loss on reissue, so the full amount will be transferred to the capital reserve.